The Tiny Habits Revolution: How to Reshape Your Life with Actions That Take Less Than a Minute. Introduction: The Art of Quiet Change. Welcome to the journey of true transformation, where success is not born from audacious decisions or an iron will, but sprouts like a small seed that you water every day to grow and blossom. Within this comprehensive summary, we will dive into the wisdom of the book Tiny Habits by behavioral expert BJ Fogg, who reveals a simple yet profound secret. Changing your entire life begins with the whisper of a tiny action, one that takes but a fleeting moment to complete. Together, we will unravel the secrets of anchoring and celebration, and discover the magic hidden in rewarding your brain with a brief moment of joy, which can turn your smallest actions into unshakable, deep-rooted habits. So prepare to embark on a practical plan that will help you forge a solid daily routine and bid farewell to procrastination for good. One tiny step, followed by another. Part 1. The Power of Tiny Beginnings and the Equation for Effective Behavior. In this section, the very concept of change is radically redefined. Success is no longer dependent on monumental efforts, but lies in harmonizing with the nature of the human brain, which tends to avoid large tasks. Fogg explains that grand ideas like, "I'll run 5 kilometers a day," build a wall of psychological resistance, causing us to automatically procrastinate. The solution lies in replacing these towering goals with tiny habits that take no more than 30 seconds, such as, "I will put on my running shoes." When you complete this simple step, a spark of accomplishment ignites in your brain, releasing happiness hormones that boost your confidence and give you an immediate sense of success. To understand this mechanism, Fogg introduces his famous behavior model: behavior equals motivation plus ability plus prompt, B equals MAP. Motivation: your fluctuating desire, which is affected by your mood and energy. Ability: the ease of performing the action. This is the key you can control. Prompt: the spark that reminds you to perform the action. When these 3 elements converge at the same moment, behavior emerges effortlessly. Since motivation is unreliable, the smartest strategy is to maximize ability by making the action as small as possible, linking it to a natural prompt in your routine, and then closing the loop with an immediate positive feeling. Part 2. The Magic Recipe: Anchor, Behavior, and Celebration. Here, Fogg moves us from theory to practical application with a clear recipe for building any habit. A new action doesn't arise from a vacuum. It needs an anchor to latch onto. This anchor is an established behavior in your day, like drinking your coffee or washing your face. The formula is simple and effective. After I current habit, I will new tiny habit. Example: after I turn off my morning alarm, I will take a sip of water. Or, after I open my laptop lid, I will write 1 sentence in my journal. Choosing the right anchor is an art in itself. A general anchor like, "after I wake up," can be weak, whereas a precise anchor, like, "after my feet touch the floor," is much stronger and more reliable. But what makes this habit take root? This is where the third and secret pillar comes in: celebration. A celebration isn't a grand party. It's an immediate, fleeting gesture of joy. A smile of satisfaction, a small fist pump, or a silent word of encouragement to yourself like, "well done." This gesture is the hidden emotional engine that links the action to pleasure, making your brain eager to repeat it and generating motivation from within, without needing any extra willpower. Part 3. From a seed to a tree: growth, maintenance, and identity formation. Once you've planted the seed of a habit, how do you make it grow into a flourishing tree? This part focuses on the art of sustainable growth and identity formation. 1. Expanding with generated momentum. As your tiny habit becomes stable, you will feel a natural momentum pushing you to do more. If you're doing 1 push-up, you'll one day find yourself wanting to do 2. This is the perfect time for gradual expansion. However, Fogg warns against habit debt, trying to expand too quickly, which can cause the habit to collapse. Growth should be organic and driven by an inner desire. 2. Diagnosing problems like a designer. If you falter with your habit, don't blame yourself. Instead, become a designer and diagnose the problem using the 3-part framework: anchor, behavior, celebration. Is the anchor weak? Is the action still too difficult? Has the celebration lost its shine? Through small, experimental adjustments, you can turn obstacles into opportunities for improvement, making the maintenance process a delightful game of design. 3. Building identity through tiny wins. This is the deepest transformation. Every time you complete your tiny habit, your brain sends a message to your self-concept. I am the kind of person who does what they say they'll do. Over time, you shift from the level of behavior to the level of identity. Reinforce this shift with statements like, I am a person who reads a page every day, or I am a person who keeps their desk tidy. This harmony between action and identity is the essence of sustainable transformation and becomes a more powerful driver than any fleeting motivation. Part 4. From individual design to collective culture. The power of tiny habits is not limited to the individual. It can create a wave of change that extends to those around you. 1. Crafting custom recipes. Just like a cooking recipe, you can write a clear habit recipe. Anchor plus behavior plus celebration. Fogg encourages you to customize this recipe to fit your personality and lifestyle, making it a unique reflection of you. You can even design a habit chain, where the end of one habit becomes the anchor for the next, weaving your behaviors into an integrated daily tapestry. 2. The power of social connections. Habits take root faster when nurtured by a supportive social environment. Share your journey with a friend or colleague and transform your individual commitment into a collective project. You can exchange reminders, celebrate each other's achievements, or even set up friendly challenges. When change becomes a shared journey, enthusiasm grows and the results last. 3. Leading by example. When others see the positive change in you, your renewed energy and calm discipline, they will naturally be drawn to your method. Share the story of the tiny action that changed your week. Show them your simple celebration, and then invite them to try a short recipe. In this way, you evolve from a practitioner of habits into a leader and a source of inspiration. Part 5. Towards mastery. Sustainable care for self and the world. In the final stage of the journey, tiny habits become a way of life, a culture of continuous care for yourself and your environment. 1. Integrating habits into every aspect of life. Habits are not just for personal development. They can transform your workday into a series of tiny victories. Use natural pauses like waiting for a page to load as anchors for microhabits, like taking a deep breath. You can also design habits to support your overall well-being. Habits for movement, for the mind, for social connection, and for your environment.